Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be talking about Peter the Great. Isn't that great? No pun intended. Peter was born on the 9th of June, 1672 in Moscow. Russia was an eastern country. The men wore long robes and had very long beards. The women wore long veils and never interacted with the men, always staying in a separate room. Young Peter was named after the Apostle Peter. Peter became Tsar of Russia in 1682 when he was just 10 years of age. This was 1 year after William Penn founded Pennsylvania. Peter had an older brother who was chronically ill. That is why they chose Peter to be the Tsar. Many people were angered by this, so Peter and his big brother Ivan were called joint Tsars. Since Peter was so young, he was sent to the country. While he stayed there, he played war games. He played with real cannons. While he was away, his sister Sophia acted as though she was the Tsar. She ordered troops to battle. And even had an artist come and paint a picture of her wearing the crown. For 7 years she ruled. It is said that a large hole was cut in the back of the throne, and while Peter sat, she would stand behind him listening and telling Peter what to say. This throne can be found at the Kremlin Armory in Moscow. Peter's mother set up an arranged marriage in 1689 when Peter was 17 years old. The marriage, however, did not last, and Peter forced his young wife to become a nun, freeing him from the relationship. She did, however, make him a father of 3 children. Sadly, only one of them lived past their childhood. During the summer of 1689, Peter decided that he would regain full power from his half-sister Sophia. She would not leave without a fight. She told her guard to go find Peter and his mother and kill them. The guard was annoyed with her and refused. Sophia was scared of her brother and fled, never to be seen again. Peter finally had full power. When Peter was 24, his brother Ivan passed away. An interesting fact about Peter is that he was abnormally tall for that era. He was 6 feet 8 inches tall. Peter needed a warmer port for his ships so that they could come in and out without freezing to death. This is when he decided to fight for the port of Azov. Peter and his men marched down to Azov and surrounded the Turks, then sending them a note that demanded the Turks to surrender. The Turks had no need to be concerned. Ships could sail into Azov, giving them plenty of food and weapons, while Peter's food supply dwindled and his troops froze. Peter knew that he would not be able to defeat the Turks until he stopped their ships from going into the port and giving the Turks food. He forced his men to build 25 new warships before winter ended. When spring came, Peter's troops were ready. They fought off the Turkish ships and piled up a bunch of rubble against the walls of Azov. They climbed in and the Turks surrendered. Peter set out to visit Europe and asked them for help to keep the Turks from rebelling. His journey took 18 months, but by the end of it, he had several people willing to fight for him. He visited many exciting places and cool people. One person he met was none other than William Penn. Many people admired him, but they also found him quite strange. He drank a lot, had many fits of rage, and was pretty gross. He even forced one of his friends to eat a whole living tortoise. Peter really liked the way the Westerners looked, and he immediately shaved his beard, forcing his noblemen to shave their beards as well. And he carried a pair of scissors wherever he went, cutting people's beards off. Peter the Great led a very interesting life. He modernized Russia, making it a major world power. He married again, this time having 11 children with his new wife. Since none of his sons lived to become Tsar, he made his wife Empress of Russia. Well, that wraps up our history lesson for today. We hope you enjoyed. Bye for now. See you next time.